Nico Ballful, and this is Uncut News. Hey you! Did you know that you could advertise with us? It's simple. Just send us an email at guyamzo@gmail.com for more information. Now for tonight's news. The Ministry of Health is changing its story. Frank Anthony is now telling people that out of an abundance of caution, his ministry has decided to advise that the public not take the AstraZeneca vaccine and the filaria pills within the same day. This is just a little over a week after brushing off the death of police constable Rockcliffe Kosher as purely coincidental. This is after Kosher collapsed within hours of receiving both treatments. Anthony explained that both drugs have their side effects, but it can be difficult to trace the individual effects when both drugs are taken together. So, just as any pharmacist or habitual drug user would confirm. While the filaria campaign has been going on for the past 2 weeks, there have been no other reports of people collapsing, so that's good. According to Auntie Priya, the coalition had over $100 million in the bank to help teachers get laptops, but they apparently didn't think it was important enough to spend it. She claims that prior to 2015, the PPP had started a revolving fund at the Cyril Potter College of Education to subsidize the purchase of laptops for educators. But instead of continuing with the one laptop per family initiative from the PPP, APNU decided to just scrap the program and repackage it as the one laptop per teacher initiative, which would have been nice if it actually helped anyone, but they only ran the program for a year before telling the teachers just to suck salt till they can afford their own laptops. The case of the missing laptop has been solved. Well, sorta. Just hours after her laptop went missing in the National Assembly, Kathy Hughes' laptop just magically reappeared in the seat behind her, and now everyone is laughing it off like it's just some big joke. But if you ask me, in this day and age of cybercrimes, this is probably more concerning that the laptop was actually returned. I mean, if it was just gone, I'd just assume that someone probably just went and pawned it off for a few dollars. But seeing as it's back, I'd recommend that she have a cybersecurity expert give it one good examination and then toss it into a fire. Pro tip, people. You got to treat your electronics like an open drink at a party. When in public, never take your eyes off it for a moment, because someone might slip something in your system and now you've got a virus because your software got buggered by a stranger. Electronically, of course. This morning, 23-year-old Tamira Melville, aka Cokey Pokey, pleaded guilty to trafficking 775 grams of cocaine. Last Saturday, she was caught at the Ogle airport trying to smuggle the 75 pellets of the Colombian snow inside her body. And now, I'm pretty sure she's passed all the pellets, seeing as they are sending her to court. Nevertheless, the magistrate sentenced her to 4 years in jail and fined her close to $800,000, while the men who gave her the drugs to smuggle are probably never going to see a day in prison. Now it's time to tell you about Best Buy's car of the day. Currently on sale is this 2018 Suzuki Swift RS Sports Edition. It comes with Bluetooth, CD stereo, steering controls, crystal lights, magrams, fog lamps, and much, much more. Pay cash for $3.6 million, or pay down as low as $720,000 with around $70,000 monthly, and it's yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 for more info, or visit their showrooms at 171 Peterella Street, Queenstown, or Lot 2 Lamaha Street, and tell them Noriko sent you for this sweet, sweet deal. Scammy Yuri isn't the only person who came to our beautiful nation's shores in search of ill-gained profit. Today, Nigerian national and professional scammer Uche Raymond Okoye was just slapped with an additional 11 fraud charges in addition to the ones he was already facing. Okoye is suspected to be part of a criminal network involving Nigerian nationals who collaborate with other associates and solicit cash from their victims by promising high-valued merchandise to be delivered following the payment of a charge or fee amounting to millions. And this is a scam that apparently is going on all throughout the Caribbean and also South America. And according to the courts, this individual has scammed well over $6 million from at least 2 women that we know of. Nevertheless, he was remanded to prison until March the 17th. APNU parliamentarian Devon Sears is demanding that the central government reconsider the financial structure of Linden's local government. And by that, I mean he's demanding a bailout for the mining town that is larger than the $18 million offered by the government. Do keep in mind you can barely find a single family home in Georgetown for less than $18 million, and last time I checked, they actually needed well in excess of $200 million bailout over there. But anyway, in addition to that, he demanded that the city takes back control of the Wisma toll booth. So, they can actually reap the revenue coming from the passing heavy-duty logging and mining trucks that damage the town's roads on a daily basis. Sears, as the representative for Region 10, also proposed that Linden's municipal boundaries be extended and there be a re-evaluation of properties. But if you ask me, the government needs to re-evaluate every single thing in this nation, starting with a re-evaluation and then upgrade to my bank account. A murder convict who was serving an 81-year sentence for the execution-style murder of a 72-year-old woman has died from the Rona. Kevin October was under the health ministry's care for several days before he slipped into a coma and eventually died. October reportedly had 3 other serious underlying health conditions that may have made him more susceptible to the virus, which he caught while in jail. At least 3 prisons have reported cases of the virus in the past few months, but this is the first death in the prison system from the virus, allegedly. You can multiply your cash by selling digital top-up. This is a legit way you can earn some extra money at your business or to supplement your existing side hustle. Become a top-up vendor quick and easy through Cellular Plus. Call them on telephone number 685-3109 for more info. It's now time for today's Rona Report. Today, the nation recorded 28 new cases. There are now a total of 195 persons dead. There are 4 persons in the ICU and 418 persons in home isolation. The total number of known cases in the country now stands at 8,485. So, please people, wash your hands frequently. Avoid touching your nose and mouth and mask up before you leave the house. When you do leave home, try to avoid enclosed spaces and large crowds. And remember to give 6 feet of space between you and others. Now, let's take a look at news in the region. On Tuesday, over 6,000 TT, or the equivalent of 185,000 Guyana dollars worth of pharmaceutical items, were reported stolen in Trinidad. A truck driver had stopped at a pharmacy to make a delivery around 1 p.m., and after the transaction was over, he left and made his way to another nearby pharmacy. But upon reaching the second location, he exited the van to find the door unlocked and a set of pills were missing. The police there have no leads thus far, but I assume it's probably some junkie or some poor person who clearly needs some medical attention. Who said luxury can't be affordable? Move into your own home in 2021. Lenora Estates, West Coast Tamara properties are within your reach. Move out of the landlord's place and put that rent money towards your own 5,000 square foot property. Call or WhatsApp 592-618-5702 or call +1 516-476-2172 for more info. 73-year-old former Prime Minister of the Bahamas, Hubert Ingraham, has been admitted to the hospital after testing positive for the Rona. Ingraham was diagnosed with the virus more than a week ago, but was admitted to the hospital on Tuesday when his symptoms worsened. So far, he is not on a ventilator, but he is in the hospital's ICU. And now for our weird news story of the day. The University of Michigan Library temporarily closed down after 3 venomous spiders turned up in the basement storage area. The Mediterranean recluse spiders were found in the Shapiro Undergraduate Library on the school's Ann Arbor campus. The library reopened Tuesday after being closed Sunday and treated Monday for spiders. These spiders were not in any public spaces, but seeing as bites from these spiders can cause problems ranging from minor skin irritation to tissue death, and also seeing as money is tight nowadays, and also seeing that they just sue people in the States, the school shut down the place until the spiders were eliminated. How's this for a bedtime story? Stupidity Bill spends thousands of dollars on new printer ink. Sensi Bill, on the other hand, refills his empty cartridges at Print for Less for just $1,000. He gets a 6-month, 100% money-back guarantee on every refill. Then the bucket band, and the story ends. Call or WhatsApp 667-0066, or visit them on Facebook at Print for Less Guyana. Don't be a Stupidity Bill. Moving on to our Uncut News Views poll question of the day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Guyana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it relates to us. So, You give your responses in the comments, and we'll read the best ones in the following episode. Yesterday's question was, how do you feel about the divorce law in China? Should we do the same here? Galactica says, the Chinese law is the most brilliant thing ever. Guyanese women should have the same thing because their child father don't provide anything. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. Anyway, SpongeBob SquarePants says, that divorce law sucks. That shouldn't even be a thing. We don't want that here in Guyana. Jay Jairam said, the divorce laws in China make sense. In Guyana, there should be better laws to protect women. And M. Caesar said, divorce law in China is way past crazy. With laws like that, why get married? Sounds like marriage there is a business arrangement. That's not going to work in GT anyways. Too much deadbeat fathers already. How will they expect to get paid? That's funny, but I guess you all must have forgotten that marriage is a business contract, and your partner is either the best or worst financial investment you could ever make in your life. Anyway, good answers, people. But before we get to tonight's question, these online shopping places take them eyes and past people. A set of money they want per pound of merchandise. You will die when you try to ship parts for your truck. Thankfully, truck parts are already in Guyana at Powered Automotive Truck Spares and Engine Parts at Lot 1161 EE Eccles. They stock spares for DAF, Bedford TM, International Freightliners, and Cummins engines. Call or WhatsApp 697-0171 or follow Powered Automotive Truck Spares and Engine Parts on Facebook. So for tonight's question, what do you think about Kathy and her magic laptop? Is this a thief trying to cover their trucks before they're caught, or is there more to this story? Think about that question and tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in Friday's episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight. Check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Rico Bulford saying good night, folks. Hey, Uncut News viewers, thanks for watching. You can subscribe by clicking on this button over here, or click over there for more news. You can also drop a comment to let me know if you've made it to the end of the video. Goodbye for now.